Greetings, collective. Alrighty then. We are going to get right into the message. There's a lot that I was seeing off camera, and so hopefully the message will continue to flow. That's the intention that I'm setting. I set the intention that this message is going to find every single soul, every single person, every single individual that it is needing to find at this time, whether it be you asking for questions to be answered, confirmation, needing clarity. The insight in which you desire and which you deserve is coming to you by way of this message. And so if this falls on your page, if this lands in your lap, take the time to hear the message, okay? You may be pleasantly surprised, or you may be very thankful that, whoa, I'm glad I got this message because now I know, now I have an idea, now I have that confirmation so I can, whatever. So it is no coincidence, all right? All right, so as I'm shuffling this card deck, messages that were coming through, someone that you could be very close to, either you were building with someone or you were in a permanent situation with individuals. And there could be someone that's like close to you in close proximity that sees you on a certain mission, right? They see what you're doing and what you were doing. I could be speaking to a healer, someone that brings about some type of content or what you do. You actually either do energy work or you are in the healthcare setting. You are one that brings vitality to individuals. You add substance. I don't know how you do it, by way of either your communication, by way of your touch, your interaction. Like you can just be in the vicinity of a person and their whole entire energy just brightens up. So something about your heart chakra, all right? Something about you activating others, right? And it could be in a way that it triggers people for some reason. And then people, because they don't understand why they feel a certain way after encountering you, they may look at you as someone that is dark, someone that is devious or just mysterious for some. So Scorpio energy is what I'm getting. Someone that may have a lot of secrets. So you may be very quiet. You may not share a lot of information, or you are very selective in who you share information with and who you actually allow into your space. So you could be very private. Okay. So there's someone, while you were on your mission, minding your business, as the collective usually does, there's someone in your vicinity that sees this mission, and they have either tasked themselves with this opposing mission, right? It's like the ops. It's a sense of, I see you doing this, and so I'm going to set out to either put something in your path, or it's like a spy, right? I'm seeing a snake, right? And I'm seeing a bird on a limb, and the bird is, birds, they sing, they chirp, they're calling to the wind, and they have their own language and their own way of communicating with nature and with others. And so this is what the collective does. And the snake is on the ground. It can't reach the same height, right? It's a snake. So yeah, the snake could climb the tree, but this is a snake that fell out of the tree. This is a snake that lost its balance, maybe lost its way. Maybe it was eating things that it wasn't supposed to eat, right? And so now it sees a prey. It sees someone that is tasty, right? Like, wow, you got a lot to say. Maybe if I consumed you, I will inherit that. I will get that same beautiful voice, or that same sound or information or knowledge or insight, whatever. So the snake is thinking, okay, how can I cause this person to like stop or rest or just take a break? How can I get them to maybe put a hold in whatever they're doing and maybe focus on me a little bit? So this snake may want some of your attention. All right. The other part of the message is that you have good news coming in, collective. I'm seeing a Virgo energy. You have good news coming in, the service of what you're doing. So you're doing something and you're bringing good news also. You are, again, on your business. You are energetically, you are, what is the word? Like something about you, you are a being that is vibrationally aligned with your path, your purpose, your truth. Okay. And by default, when anyone comes into your vicinity, whether by physical contact or even by the airways, right, where they hear you, so you're voice, your sound resonates into the atmosphere and into the souls of others, right? Where it can inspire a change. And this change sometimes can be very quick, very sudden. And it can put people, like I said, like where it's in a fight or flight, like it's a trigger. Like they may look at you like they want to fight you or want to box you, but there's nothing you've done. You simply communicated your truth or the truth, and this is causing someone to either accept and assess and see if that truth finds any place in you or not. Because you don't have to consume everything that you hear or that is set before you. So people are consuming you. Okay, they're taking you in, and when they take you in, for some, it's poisonous. For like that snake, like a snake has a venom that can be deadly for some, right? If you are not either tempered or you don't have a strong immune system. So you are definitely one that's you're dispersing information or energy that is very healing. This is something that you create. This is something that you're doing. It could be very, like, you could be very new at doing something, and it's like, wow, you're so new and yet you have so much wisdom. You have a lot of power in what you're doing, and it's causing a bit of a discord to individuals that may be closest to you, because energetically there's a clash now where, people want to come near you, but they really can't come near you cloaked, one. And if they try to come near you cloaked, there's something that's going to happen to either unveil them. Like it's naturally, they can't help themselves but to disclose whatever secrets they've been holding on to, because you are open, right? Your heart space is open. You're not someone that is trying to deceive anyone. And so if someone is coming towards you and they're trying to deceive you, it seems like you have matured to that level, with the empress status is what I'm getting, where you can take that snake and you can, what is it? Aspire. Is more so, no, what's the word? You can withdraw, or you can, there's a word where you can get that venom out. You can pour that healing energy into a cup and you can drink it. So you can drink that venom, like versus, the snake that wants to consume this bird and then finds that it's poisonous because they can't digest whatever was offered. You, on the other hand, have learned how to transmute energy in such a way that you can now take the snake's venom, right? And that could translate to their actions, whatever mask that they're presenting, whatever projections, right? You can take that, you can consume that, and it'll be digestible for you. Like, remember, this is the Virgo energy, right? Now, disclaimer, guys, I am not apt in like astrology and all of this stuff. So these are cards. So I'm reading the energy of the card, right? The significance of the card, what the card is representing, and anything else I get intuitively, okay, to convey the message. So try your best not to get hang up on just the labeling of the names, okay? So let's say this is just an individual who they provide some type of sustenance, right? It's the digestion. It's something that's supposed to be able to sustain and nourish, okay, whatever you're doing, okay, whatever service you're doing, okay. So that's the focal. All right, what else did we get in the pre-shuffle? So there is a prominent feminine energy that could be working with a masculine on this mission to set a trap, right? The fox came out with the snake as well, and the compass. So it's, you're on a path, you're minding your business, you're doing what you're called to do, which is brilliant, right? Because you're brilliant, collective. Give yourself a pat on the back. However, don't get too prideful. Stay humble. But the point is, you have a certain level of expertise, knowledge, but this is relatively new. This terrain is relatively new for you, but you're flowing in it. So it's almost like some people are a fish out of water. You are not, okay? You are one who knows how to adapt to various modes or mediums, okay? Okay. So if something was set in your path, you know how to bypass it. You know how to use your inner compass, right? You don't just use the GPS, you use your inner voice, your higher self to help navigate you through whatever these situations are. If someone is intentionally trying to either trap you up or get you to be discouraged or dissuade. And so there's messages that you're putting out, content you're creating. There's, if it's a new business, the business is focused on, again, helping people to heal, maybe something that they're digesting or they're consuming. So I'm getting the gut, something about the gut, the stomach. Okay. So you guys look up whatever that means as far as the gut and the stomach. What else? Okay. So you bring good tidings, and someone wants to intercept the good tidings you're bringing. Also, the good tidings that you're bringing, the healing energy that you offer, that you give to others, it's causing them to be, it's giving them a realignment, okay? And so as they are realigning themselves, there's individuals that they themselves are or were connected to that now they no longer vibe with. It's a sense of there's a disconnect now. And so clearly those partnerships may start to find or seek out, okay, well, who's the culprit? What's the source? Why all of a sudden this person is changing blah, 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 right? And then you can, it circles back to, oh, they've been watching this. Oh, they've been listening to this. Oh, they've been going here. And so now they begin to target the person that is actually healing that individual, because the healing is causing those masks to dissolve, for those individuals to come more so into the light, into their truth, for those individuals to be more balanced and aligned and more harmonious. And by default, just by the natural process of transformation, those other external partnerships, Three of Cups, that Three of Cups dynamic, it's the sense of parting ways. It's a sense of distance. So there's distancing that's happening. Okay. So if you were wondering if your work is effective, your work is very powerful. Like it's seen as a risk, right? What you do. And maybe you already know that, like, what I do is pretty risky because I may be put in myself in a space of danger where people will try to come for me because I'm actually trying to free people, right? And let's say you don't even have that full picture in your head. Like, you're simply like, oh, yeah, I do what I love, right? And you don't even see possibly the bigger picture of what you're doing. Like, this work that you're doing, it's greater than you. It's, gosh, what's the word? Magnanimous, okay? It's immense. Okay, this is something that is very heavy. However, you don't necessarily either look at it that way or feel a weight of what you do, because what you do naturally comes to it's again, you're it's not like you're a fish out of water. You know how to dive in the depths of things, and when information is presented, you are able to extract exactly the perfect measurement of what you need for that moment. It's nothing in excess. You don't hoard. You don't collect these things just to have it to say, I know. You only consume what is it that is necessary for the next, okay? For the now and then the next, right? And then as you need, more is provided. So your confidence is not based on having a wealth of knowledge in your vault, because you know at any given moment you can access that vault. Ashe. That's quite a bit, but I will show the first one and the one that fell. Okay. We have Capricorn energy that's coming out, and we have leadership. Now, two earth signs. So you can be an earth sign. That simply means you are someone that you're maybe very grounded. You may like to commit yourself to things. You may like structure. You may be one that you plan things out. You may have a focus, right? You may be able to like build things, like execute things and see it come to fruition. Okay, like 10 of Pentacles, right? Where you start with one and you collect and everything is complete. So you know how to bring things together in a way that it creates a sense of cohesion, togetherness. But the difference is you're not just trying to seek out bodies, right? You know how to select the best of what is needed for every circumstance and every situation, and you align them as such. You are definitely a leader. You could be coming across as a King of Pentacles energy. So that just means you're someone that has a certain level of authority in whatever you do. So you could be an intellect, you could know a lot, perhaps. You are aware of the dynamics of relationships and how people interact with one another. Okay. Definitely strong Leo placements. Okay. Leo, again, leadership, something about creativity, right? This is about what you are creating, the world you are creating, the world you are envisioning, and actually taking the steps to put these things into action. Wow. Okay. Bottom of the deck, serving, full-time job. Okay, so it's someone, this could actually be your profession, okay? This could be your profession, right? I think Capricorn is the 10th house. I believe that talks about career or professional goals and things of that nature, okay? How you use your authority in society as well, okay? So, your faith. All right, this is Pisces energy, the 12th house. All right, I'm going to just set this to the side for a minute. And where shall we go? Okay. Okay, so that's just, I think I'm just connecting with the healer energy, just to lay that groundwork. Green may be significant. Green, right? Yellow. Okay. Okay, so wow. So the sun is coming out and it might be casting a shadow on the table. Let me just see something. Okay, no, I think it's okay. I'm gonna leave it. If it gets worse, I will fix it. Okay, I'll try to keep an eye on that. All right, so let's pull some cards, right? Why don't we? Divine wisdom and truth, thank you so much for assisting me with the message for the greatest clarity for the collective at this time. We have 4 that just came out. I'm tempted to pull them back up after we look at them, just how they just all slid out. So I want to make sure that we have the correct focus. But the 2 of Pentacles came out. This is a feminine energy. Lilies is right next to it. We have the coffin, right? Ending, right? Illness or loss. Someone could be sick, okay? Someone, maybe you're making people sick. Now, I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying that for real, like in the sense that if someone is trying to take on your energy, okay, and they don't have any authority or right to do that, like if they're sneaking and doing stuff right behind your back or whatever, that could be making them sick. Someone could literally be sick. It could be a family member, okay, someone that you're close to, okay, that could be sick. Okay, someone that you may have partnered up with. I'm going to take these up. And the cloud is at the bottom of the deck, right? It's a sense of darkness, right? Okay. So what's going on with the message of the healer, the individuals that are on their purpose, on their mission, and others or individuals are trying to either cause them to take a break, to rest, to divert their attention from whatever you've been given them to do. What's going on? I see the house. Okay. Okay. Clouds again, bottom of the deck energy. So that wants to go there. There's that snake. There's the messenger. Okay. Ten of Swords, right? There's the quarrels. Okay. And remember, houses usually speak about family. So again, the fourth house, right? Individuals that are in your community, you see them maybe on a regular basis, okay? It doesn't have to be they live in your house. It doesn't have to be they have to be connected directly to your family, but it could be extended family members or just family friends, just close relatives or close connections also, okay? So we have the picture, right? The picture is saying here, there's someone that's very loyal, right? That you're close to, friend, okay? Maybe people see you as someone that's loyal or as a friend, okay? Remember we talked about, by default, when individuals come in contact with you, there's some type of activation that takes place. It's not seen, but it happens. And it sends someone, it's like, it's a choice, right? Someone they could accept that invitation to begin that transformation, or that activation could set them off center in a way. And then, okay, if they don't choose to do anything with that new knowledge or new insight or that new energy, perhaps it dissipates or it becomes poison is what I'm getting. And poison could just simply look like, someone may get into a bad mood, right? They may begin to quarrel and argue with someone else out of the blue because there's something that's changing or trying to shift with them and they don't know what to do with it. Okay. So instead of using it for the higher self, it becomes maybe like lower. That's the best way that I can explain that at this time, okay? Based on what I am getting. We'll revisit that if we need to. So there's another person here that, okay, this could be your, yeah, all right. So maybe people see you that you're lovable, you're likable, right? The dog and then the shepherd, right? The shepherd is one that like leads. The shepherd is one that protects. The shepherd is one that, they put themselves in a position to safeguard others, okay, from danger, right? There's the snake. And how do you safeguard others from danger? You go to a space where you can position yourself like this high tower, like the watchman. And, while the town is resting and it's nighttime, right? It's dark. Darkest before dawn, right? That's when the thief may approach, right? The challenges may be created, right? Where something wants to come and either attack, okay? Someone may be trying to launch an attack. So you are perched in a high spot and you are sounding the alarm to the misfortune. Hey, you got a devil in your corner. You got some negative energy that's going on around, like you're seeing this and you're letting others know that something is in their vicinity. You're opening up the eyes. You're alerting people to the red flags. Okay. There's because with the sheep, the fox might want to come in and snag one of these beautiful, innocent, right? The sheep, they're innocent. They're humble, they're meek, right? Well, humble, let me say gentle creatures. They don't really think to do anything wicked, right? Innocent, pure. It's a sense of purity. So you're trying to preserve the purity of others by way of what you're healing. So if you detect poison in their aura, you are someone who's able to extract it. That's what I'm talking about. You can see the venom just by either talking to them, hearing them, or being in their proximity, you can sense that energy of darkness and you either illuminate it, even if you don't say a word, you bring awareness to it to now where they're able to see themselves in a different or a better view, right? And hopefully, that's what I was saying. It's a choice. They can begin to shift and start their transformation, or they'll just start to address those areas that have been enlightened, or they can stay in it, and then which was meant to be of healing, it becomes poisonous because it wasn't used for the right reason, if that makes sense. So it's like, if you have something that is fresh and you let it sit, like something that's organic, right? It's not man-made, it's not synthetic, it's raw material, raw energy. And I understand the concept that energy cannot be created or destroyed. I'm just using this as, an analogy, just an example to help you digest this a little better. You let that thing sit, that's organic, it's fresh, and you're supposed to consume it within the first day or two. Now, day 7 comes and you decide you want to drink that shit. Excuse me, you want to drink that thing, okay? There's no potency in it anymore, or if there is, it's watered down. But 2, it actually could give you food poisoning. Okay, so that's the basic way I could explain that. Use it or lose it. So anyway, here is the challenges that someone is being alerted to, or like, hey, something is happening. There's an impending or potential harm, right? 10 of Swords, right? There's something that's coming in that's devastating. And this literally says the birds signify dire misfortune and fierce enemies, right? And then what right next to it is the 10 of Spade, which is the rod that predicts family quarrels, right? Or losses, right? If distant. So, and right next to the house. So there's that. Let's get another level of this beautiful message. Hopefully it's making sense. We have the stork. That's way too much. We have the stork. Okay, that's still a bit much. Let's do that again, please, so we can, yeah. All right. Okay, wow. Okay, these two I'm gonna take. There's just a lot of cards that wants to come out right now. There's the message, right? There's the message that's coming out about maybe someone that you're close to, someone that you're working with, okay? Someone that you're building something with, all right? Maybe to gain resources, wealth, or something, okay? And then here's the coffin, right? There's the ending. I saw the coffin on the pre-shuffle. I try my best not to like read it as a physical ending necessarily, but an ending nonetheless. Whatever that looks like in your life, you have to be able to recognize that, okay? But the moon is out here. The moon is saying that you may not even be aware of something, okay? It could be that your messages, they are so, well, very transformative, right? If I look at these two, I'm going to read it as the messages that you're conveying to others, right? One, it's helping to create something, right? That is, it's abundant with a fish. We talked about being a fish out of water, right? Could be definitely a water sign, but the point is, it's transformative. There's so many changes that are happening in multiple relationships, in multiple situations. That's what I'm getting, that you're not even aware of, right? Like your wisdom is so it's raw, it's natural, it's effortless, even like it just transmutes, like how it translates into people's lives. It ignites some type of transmutation where something dissolves, right? It's like pulling back something, okay? If there were any scales on someone's eyes, they're able to see it. When you're done with them, when they consume you, Okay, I'm not talking about cannibalism, guys. When they partake of you, when they dine with you, when they sup with you, when they interact with you, whatever exchange you have with people energetically, once you are out of their vicinity, it's almost like you linger. The work, the energy is still vibrant for the first like 2 to 3 days. Like, so that's it's very potent at that potent or prominent, right? And if people want to use the intent to become transformed, that's the best time for them to absorb it, okay? Because by the end of the encounter, they're looking, so like let's say they meet you the beginning of the month or mid-month, by the next 2 or 3 weeks, something has already shifted in them. Whether they see it or not. So disclaimer again. If you are one that you don't want to change, you are happy with the status quo, you are satisfied with how your life is going and with who you are, please scroll. Okay. If you're one that is looking to be enhanced, empowered, if you're wanting positive change to continually occur in your life, if you're always wanting to become fuller in a way that's very pure, wholesome, where you can step into your fullest truth, then this message definitely is for you. Okay. The moon is someone is acknowledging that there are endings granted after they work with you. Yes, things do end in a way that may not feel good, right? Initially, right? They may question that, but nonetheless they're seeing it. And it's for them to say, you know what, this is positive, this is good. It was purposeful for this to happen in my life. If I had not gained that wisdom, if I had not gained that insight, where would my life be? What would I have become? Where would I have gone? What would I have done? Yeah, forget the grammar right now. I'm just trying to get the words out. Fuck. Okay. All right. So grandma's like, okay, we're not gonna, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. So these cards are together. I shuffled. I clear the energy and set those intentions for fresh new energy to come in. And so here we go. We have the clouds that came back out again from a different deck, and the mountain. So you can see that this is not like it's concocted. It's just the energy that we're picking up on at this time that is syncing with the message, okay? The cards. This is mountains, right? It says, it indicates the presence of a mighty enemy, the mountain. Challenges and difficulties, the discord, the birch broom and the whip, okay? And the clouds, all right? Darkness, right? It says indicates divorce, right? It's a sense of, remember I said something dissolving or separating, okay? It doesn't have to be a physical union like a marriage. It's just the separating of things, like taking out the light from the dark. If you can just look at that, that's all that is. The light and the dark, you are helping people tune in to their frequency so they can understand where they're existing at. Once they gain that insight, which it can send them on a wild goose chase or down that rabbit hole, because it can be never ending, right? Because once you see one area, then you can see that it's tied to another area of your life. And so you end up looking at yourself completely, which that's perfect, right? That's great. That's wonderful. That's a good thing. It requires work though. It can be difficult. It can be hard. And it's like, oh my God, why did I unpeel this layer? Because now I got another layer to unpeel, and it could be a challenge. Like looking at the wounds, the scars, looking at the relationships that are disharmonious, looking at close relatives that, hey, like, why are you here again? Like, why are you here again? What is your purpose exactly in my life? You know, that's the questioning, right? The questioning of these, or even the acknowledgement of these connections. Okay, so the cloud, the mountain, and the whip. Like, this is this is like a hard thing to either surmount, get across, right? Like, and it could be to family that with the house coming up, or again, individuals that are in your community. We have two cards, like they're syncing. Look at the card from the card decks, right? Syncing, right? Family challenges, close relationship challenges, a disconnect. There's a definite disconnect. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna go to the next deck. Okay, the well. Something about the well. All right. Okay, the wishing well. Okay, we understand, in modern day times, or was it past times, or whatever the case may be, the well, could be a wealth of information that is still yet to be uncovered, or something like you still have to unpack more. There's more to unpack. And once you start unpacking all of this that has not been unpacked for however many years or however many generations, this is going to bring a sense of like abundance and relief and healing, right? If you can take the time to something about taking those steps, like being cautious with your steps or your movement, okay? Because it's almost like, do you really want to unravel that thread, right? The thread that's on a garment. If you pull at it, if you pull at it, if you pull at it, what's going to happen? It's going to unravel. And then, like, are you going to be able to contain that material? It's going to be torn, right? So it's something maybe eating away at the fabric or fiber of your being. And it's like you feeling undone, like, wow, I feel naked. Like, my God, this person is reading my soul. I feel naked. I feel vulnerable. Literally, this angel is naked, but it says a tower, right? It's stripping something to its bareness and seeing the beauty of it. So it's a sense of self-acceptance. Like, we always go back to that, right? If you read a lot of self-healing books, it talks about self-acceptance. And that's pretty much the gist. Like, you can look at another person and you can aspire to do what they do and to be like them, or you can just find you and be okay with you, right? That type of energy. There's no need for comparison. There's no need to compete. There's no need for any of that. You simply exist in your truth, and that is enough. Okay. So someone, okay, I'm shifting in this chair. So someone could be shifting their perspective as well. Someone could be shifting their perspective. I think I need to start wrapping it up. Okay, let's get a few more to close it out. And thank you for the message. Hopefully it made sense to whoever this is for. So I did see the Hermit. Wow, there's just the cards just, they're coming out in like clumps. So it's almost like you're going to be getting information in like sections. It's going to be so much maybe, and it may be overwhelming for someone to digest. Like, there's so much information that's coming out at one time. Like, look at this. Got 4 cards, 2 cards that represents the cups, the water, and actually 3, and then the 7 of swords. Okay, I'll put them here, and I want to do that again because I'm just saying this is so much energy to read right now. So much energy to read. So the 6 of Cups, motivation. The Knight of Cups, your perception, discovering hidden truths. Knight of Cups. The 7 of Swords, nurturing, maintaining. appeases divine anger, it says, and the Queen of Cups, redemption. Okay, so let me do that again. Bottom of the deck, just so you can see, is the Two of Cups with the Hermit. Okay, maybe that's what I needed to see. The Two of Cups with the Hermit, where there's a separation going on. There's something that is not gelling, okay? It's a sense of dissolving or something that is coming to completion. Ten of Pentacles. This is inner and outer work, okay? So let's do that again because that's a lot, and the shift is happening quickly. Knight of Swords, FYI, for someone, okay? Because one, you're open and receptive to it, okay? Just because you're open and receptive doesn't mean that other people in your proximity are going to be open and receptive to that change. If you could just remember that, because when the shit hits the fan and people start questioning you, you need to have an answer for yourself. Like, why do you do the things that you do? Is it because this is truly who you are, or are you just following something that's trendy? Is this a trend for you? Okay. Okay, can we clarify some of this or just confirm the energies here at the bottom, okay? Divine wisdom, thank you. Okay, I'll stop there for a moment. Don't know how long. Six of Cups again, bottom of the deck, just so you see that, with the Ten of Cups. Okay, so family is very strong. Close friends is very strong in this reading. Community. All right, Page of Cups. So let's see what this is saying. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. It literally says acquires knowledge and cures illnesses, okay? So someone may not be in the best health right now that you are close to, okay? It says light of understanding. All right, so there's something that either you're doing that you're very faithful to. You're very loyal to this, right? Others may see you as someone that, you speak the truth, right? You are forcing people to accept who they are. And it's not forceful. It's just, again, after you have an encounter with them, whenever they receive this message, whenever they receive this news, whenever they get whatever information, there's multiple partners or multiple areas that you've been working on that may come to a drastic halt, or it shifts for some reason, right? In retrospect, you're going to maybe look back, right? And see and understand why it's happening. You're going to be able to see the challenges you've had in connections, right? That has been disruptive. You're going to be able to see this clearer. Now, the purpose of whatever you do, collective, it's to help to protect and even to save, right? To safeguard, right? Remember we talked about a shepherd, right? The loyal shepherd right here, right? You're showing people, hey, there's a pitfall, there's a snake ahead, there's a fox that's trying to get into the chicken coop. You are sounding the alarm like the watchman on that tower. You are staying up late at night. Maybe you're going to that space of meditativeness and you can see beyond the realm of sight. So I could be speaking to a seer, okay? And you retrieve or extract these nuggets, the wisdom, and you dispense it, you share it, okay? Eight of Swords with the Chariot. This is perseverance, success, and conflict. So if there's anyone that was trying to scare you off your path, right? And remember, like that, the serpent, this serpent here, like that's looking up at you because you're elevated, right? Wanting to maybe incite fear so that you can come off that post and pack up your shit and go home, right? And you could be a stage performer and maybe, the crowd doesn't really, it's like hating on you, right? That's hate energy, despise. Why? Because you sound beautiful, because what you're doing is amazing. It's healing. The star energy is not here, but you do embody that energy. It's more so Empress that's coming out as far as the healing power that you have, right? To take this snake by the neck and squeeze out that venom out of that snake and transmute it into a cure. So I'm talking to someone who's able to transmute energy in a very powerful way. And you do it so naturally that anyone that comes in contact with you, they're going to be impacted without you even trying, because that's just the energy you embody. That's probably just your gift. Chariot, if anyone was trying to scare you off of your path, right, of the truth and justice that you're bringing to the collective, the Chariot says, who is like God? Who is like God? The mighty one, right? Who is able to garner success in conflict. Think about it. If that's your energy, that means you are a very powerful individual and you have some people in your corner. So it's a sense of you have divinity backing you, right? Like creation is backing you, because what you're doing is for humanity, right? The Virgo energy, the service of others, okay? You're doing this not to garner wealth, you're doing it to benefit the public. You could be a humanitarian, all right? You could be in some type of social work dynamic, right? Where you provide service to the community. And the work you do can be very hostile, very dangerous, very dark. But you have the ability to transmute those low vibrational energies, those emotions that are either harmful to the soul, to existing, Chariot is moving forward. Chariot is having a focus. Chariot is being firm on your path, knowing the direction that knowing what your mission is, and not allowing anything or anyone to dissuade you. Even if they throw, like the illusions, casting these dragons to come out of nowhere. Dragons just represent the adversary, those individuals that may try to tear at you. And usually that's going to be the closest people to you, right? Divine comfort is what the Page of Cups says. This could be just the energy that you provide to others, right? Page of Cups. You are coming with something that it's consoling people. Your message is very healing. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Let's briefly look at the snake energy, the one that tries to interrupt or cause you to be distracted from your path. What's going on with this person? What do we need to know about this enemy or adversary, this opponent? What do we need to know? Okay. One, they're going to have to move out of your way. That's the first thing. With the Six of Swords, they're going to have to move out of your way. They're going to have to rectify something and bring peace, right? It says helps one live in peace with everyone. All right. So 10 of Pentacles came. So it looks like they may have been successful in something. Okay. Or it could be that their desire is for you to move out the way, right? Hold on. I'm looking at the cards down here. It says inner and out of work. Helps one keep their job, protects against disasters. All right, so clearly they want you to move. They want you to move out the way. They want you to, like, whatever you've built, whatever you've established, they want it to shift, okay? Or they want a part of it. But I see the Five of Cups here and the Four of Wands. So this person, I don't know if you're, I mean, they may want to reconcile is what I'm getting, right? So you may have already shifted away from them. They have had to leave, okay? Maybe they were working with you. They were a part of your organization or your company or whatever you did. It looks like they had left, or they wanted to leave or want to leave, or they're thinking about leaving, or they're wanting to make peace. Something about making peace. Five of Cups, usually Five of Cups is, someone is not happy. Oh, I see. I see. So the energy in the center, the clouds, the mountain, the broom and birch, the whip and the birch broom and the house. This is the challenges that someone is facing because they came into your path. They tried to cause you to move off of your path. So their experience, that's the tower that they're experiencing. And that's probably why, like, you're not even aware. Like, your focus is, so you're so in tune to whatever you're supposed to be doing that you can care less. And it's not that you don't have a heart, you do, but you're not putting your energy into past relations or situations that is not in alignment with your truth, one, and two, with your path or purpose, the things that are meaningful that you have to set your intention. Like, you're not trying to waste your energy. You're not trying to waste your energy and pour it into something like an empty vessel, something that's not willing or wanting to change. Like, you may have done that already, and that's not what you're doing anymore. You're not trying to convince anyone of anything. You're simply living your life the best way you know how, okay? And so this is probably what you don't know, okay? Because there's a partnership here. And there's some things maybe that you don't know that's happening to this partnership. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So if anyone made an alliance to work against you here, right? This is usually working together, right? To bring challenges or for money to cause endings and things that is coming to your awareness, right? It could have been someone that took, like someone could have charged you. Someone could have overcharged you, one, on a purchase. That's just letting you know this is your message. But this is someone who really pursued you in a way that was hostile, perhaps, right? With all of this, But here's the cross. So this pair that maybe you don't even know about, they're experiencing like an official ending. Oh, what's underneath? I didn't even know there was 3 I picked up. There's a compass. The path they took, okay, perfect. The path they took, whoever these are, masculine and a feminine energy, whoever worked against you, that snake, okay, the fox, they're experiencing a loss in their 4 of wands, right? Usually that's sadness, remorse, crying. We saw the coffin up here already, right? Okay, so this is probably what you're coming into the awareness of, because you could care less. So if someone was doing like fair tactics, you don't have to worry about it. I don't even know if you were worried about it, but you don't have to worry about it. You can simply continue on what you've been given to do. So this is maybe just, this is like the elders. This is like, I'm getting the spirit realm, like the higher ups, or giving you that license, okay? Like, hold on. that official license, okay? Like, it's okay for you to continue on your path, on your official business, okay? You can continue on your official business. This path that is already designated for you, that you've been, the course that you've been set to take, right? To bring these communications forward or just whatever. You're being reassured, like you can continue with that. There's nothing you need to worry about. Just stay focused on your path, and everything else will be taken care of, and it will all fall away. It's a sense of falling away at the wayside. It doesn't have any weight. It doesn't have any substance. There's no need to put any extra into it, okay? This Four of Swords. The Four of Swords. Look at this person. Like, they look tired, right? They look tired. Someone was trying to wear you out, maybe cause you to want to give up on some things on your path. But in actuality, they themselves are worn out because they have created strife within their own household, within their own connections, within their own businesses. Okay, because this is right next to the plenty, the fish or abundance with the coffin. So whatever they were partnering with, or whomever they were partnering up with, that's ending. That's changing. Okay. Oh, that's the message. This is justice. Okay. That's the, I want to make sure you guys see it, because the sun is coming out and there's a shadow. But yeah, it is just, it is fair, it is right that whatever is happening is not because you've done anything to harm anyone. Remember, you are a healer. Okay? I just said you are a healer, and the Temperance on the split. Yeah, you protect. You are protected. Okay? You can continue on your path. Okay? All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You can continue on your path. Continue to do what you're doing. Whoever tried to attack or tried to come against you, you are safe. You are protected. You have divine intervention on your side. You're trusting in the right, right? You're trusting whatever you're trusting in. You're trusting in the right. Okay. So this is a beautiful message. It is a beautiful message. I just pulled this from another deck. It's a beautiful message, okay? This is the strength. All right, so I love that. It's a beautiful message to end with the strength. You could be a Leo sign or just have strong Leo placements, fire energy. So this is go, 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 go. I'm hearing Power Rangers, okay? Power Rangers. So you have a special gift, a special purpose for humanity, and people may try to distract you. So yeah, don't believe the hype, my love. Continue on your path. Continue to give the beauty that you give to society. You are appreciated. You are loved. I'm grateful for you. I'm thankful that you have come into your own and you're taming those beasts. You are balancing out the scales beautifully. Beautifully. I love you.